like this anymore, but in between the sea gate and the main square over there, the forum, you can also see giants. You can also see these white little stones down the bottom, which would have been, let's say, as an ornamental of the road, but also as a skylight. As a matter of fact, here, if you come at night time, if there is a full moon or stars, you can see the reflection out of the road. So that it would have given a better welcoming town. Romans' pure communities never worked. So Romans never worked. Who used to work for them were slaves. And as a matter of fact, when they were freed, they knew what to do. They were great in doing business and made the money right away. And this is actually the case of two brothers, and we may visit their house today. Because that house is opening, it's closed in the morning and it opens in the afternoon. So let's go there. The tribune of the plebs, all those politicians fear pressure, thanks to which they could have been able to pour liquid plaster, or in an easier way cement, into those cavities underneath the ground. Giuseppe Fiorelli, born in Naples in 1825, was the main archaeologist who discovered this technique, and at the age of 30, not even, he came to Pompeii and kicked out all those archaeologists that were wrongly, also bringing to the news of many discoveries. He said that's the way how we can properly do the excavations, so we can fill up what's empty underneath the ground. The liquid cement would have been easily hardened underneath the ash, so when they dug out around it, they brought up to the light exactly the negative of what was empty. And these are the famous plaster cast, what a lot of people wrongly call petrified the body. No, Luca, can we go to see the petrified body? No, that is not a petrified body. Let me tell you what that is. No, but we want to see the mummies. No, that is not a mummy. That is a cast. There is a mold. And it's interesting because we always try to make different techniques in order to bring the rest of them that are underneath the rest of the ash over there, probably with the liquid fiberglass, in order to see the skeletons inside. Because what I want you to understand is that as we can see these plaster casts, the skeleton is also inside. Sometimes also when they died upright standing, the skeleton was left upright standing. And what it is crazy is that over 20 years ago, doctors tried to break down like little phalanges in order to pull up the bones to study the DNA, which died because of the high temperature during the eruption. But then only recently, with a small X-ray machine, we could have found out the shape of the skeleton, and finally we, can now answer the questions of the thousands of tourists that come to us, which I couldn't actually, after, up until several years ago, whether they were men or female. Now we know that as well. Stone circle, white stones you can see up on the shelter. I don't know if you can spot them. Okay, Romans basically knew how to use the scale to weigh the weights. On one side, any goods, and on the other side, the value stone to measure the weight. So that's interesting.
Yeah, it is.
It's very comfortable. A lot of people believe that Pompeii in the morning is better. No, I would pay 10 times more to visit Pompeii in the afternoon than in the morning because of the breezes. If you walk here when the gates open at 9 o'clock, you're not going to breathe for the heat that comes out of the ground. This wind is the same one that eventually was blowing during the day of the eruption, because if it erupted at 1 o'clock, it's now 1 o'clock.
Oh, there you go.
They couldn't sail away, so they were having a hard time. So as you can see, the earth is still
doing its thing. Still doing its thing.
abundance, welcoming people like that.